Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Silver Sister and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about my transition into gray in hopes to normalize some of the stages or some of the feelings that you might be feeling as you start going through your gray hair journey. Before I start, please click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you are a follower, please leave a comment and let me know what you'd like my future videos to be about, because really I'm doing this to encourage other women on their gray hair journey. And if I'm missing a topic that you want me to kind of talk to you about or tell you my experiences with, just leave a comment. I'm happy to do another video about that. Okay, and another thing I want to talk about just before I get started is this beautiful kimono that I was gifted. So if you follow me on Instagram, please go follow Yada Development. I'm going to be doing a reel with this kimono, just showing some different looks on there. But they are well worth the follow. And it really speaks to one of my other videos about the right colors with your gray hair. I find, and look at the back. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I find that if you choose the right colors or different colors, I never wore blue when I had brown hair. And since I have gone gray, I absolutely love blues. And actually this pink as well, like this brighter color. Today I'm wearing bright red lipstick just to kind of, well, you'll see the reel if you follow me on Instagram. I was doing casual looks, bathing suit look, going out, and then, like going out with friends, and then this one. This was the end look because I liked it the best. So anyways, I digress as usual. Okay, so I am 20 months going gray, and that's really funny because I think I was just telling somebody I was 18 months, and then I counted and I realized I was way off. So I'm 20 months going gray, fully transitioned. As you can see, I have a pretty unique pattern to my hair, lots of dark back here. It looks completely white when I have it down, but when it's up, there is a lot of the dark still showing through. But I started going gray during COVID, or I started maybe normalizing the gray hair experience for myself during COVID. I wasn't overly frustrated with the dyeing process. I didn't love, if I had just done it, I would see gray hair, particularly my temples. These were pretty persistent little buggers. And I didn't really love that. So I started buying the spray. I was, I found myself using brown hair dye, eyeshadow, my eyeshadow on my hair, which was weird. But I would start doing little things like that. And I felt like I was coping okay with it. And I was, covering the dreaded gray hairs. But on social media, I just started following, and probably because, that algorithm is pretty smart, and it started putting some gray-haired women into my feed. And then I found this one beautiful one who really inspired me. I think she looked like, a beautiful witch is what I think she looked like. She had dark hair with amazing streaks through it. I honestly thought that's what my hair would look like if I went gray. It did not look like that, but I wanted it to. Also, she was a model, so she looked great all the time. Anyways, so that really was normalizing the gray hair in my subconscious. It was really normalizing it. And then COVID hit, and my husband just said, hey, why don't you go gray? You're looking at all the gray hair pictures. You're complaining a bit about your hair. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to try it. And it was okay for me until my grow out got about this much. And I distinctly remember we were giving my daughter a graduation party. Again, it was right in COVID. So all those poor graduates from university and high school, the poor things were not getting their graduation experience. So we decided to throw her a surprise one. And there was a lot of pictures being taken that day. And I think it was the most pictures that were taken during the beginning of my gray hair grow out. And looking at those pictures, I realized I was not loving them. If I can try to find one, and I'll put one in this reel, so it'll probably be up there. Anyways, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And my hair was quite long, and I think it was just starting to, not look the best for me. So I decided I would go see a hairdresser, and I was new. We just moved to a new town. I just stumbled upon one who was this amazing woman. I think she is so fantastic. And she suggested that I do some gray blending. When I go to the hairdresser, and if they're really confident and they're really excited and they feel like they know what they're doing, I'm usually quite open to whatever suggestions they have. So she wanted to cut my hair about here, and so I said, go for it. And the reason I was so, open to doing that is I had all this brown hair and I thought, I'm not keeping that brown hair and it's not going to change color. It's either got to grow out and then I'm going to cut it then, or I can just cut it now. So I opted to cut it at the beginning, and I'm really happy that I did it because I actually really enjoyed that style. I felt this huge confident boost, and then getting rid of the dark and the contrast really helped me. But I ended up starting to get annoyed with the color because it was blonde, which I had never been, nor did I think I would ever go blonde. It's amazing what you do when you go gray, like blues. I never wore blues, but now I gravitate towards those colors. So anyways, the blonde hair, it started to look really brassy because my hair is quite white. And my hair is up right now, but when it's down, it actually looks a lot more white than it does now. So that contrast next to the blonde hair was really making that look yellow, and I didn't love it. But I thought it was easier to maintain than the brown hair grow out. So it still was an option that I would suggest for people. It's just my hair was so white, so the contrast was starting to become noticeable there. But again, what can you do? My social media life really helped. I am a gray hair influencer, which sounds ridiculous, but I am. I didn't mean to be, but I just started documenting this online, and I built up this amazing community, and we are just there to encourage each other. So actually, on that note, I'm doing this to encourage you on your gray hair journey. So if there's any topic that you want me to cover, please leave it in the comments. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm 20 months in, so I do get a little bit one step removed from my journey. I do remember distinctly that 7 months was super hard for me, and I was getting really frustrated. Once I got past that 7 months, I was smooth sailing for me. So don't give up if you're around that stage. Okay, I get so off topic. I'm trying to remember what the heck I was just talking about. Dyed my hair, the process, the color. But, and then once I got over that 7 months hump, it was a lot easier for me. Social media really helped. And also there's this weird, you have all these people behind you on social media, and they're totally encouraging and telling you that they look good. So, you can't stop now. You're all in. Like, people are, what are they going to say? And I did want it. And so, it was really encouraging for me to do it on my social media platform, actually. So, okay. So, now I am thinking I want to grow my hair long. And so as you can see, it is, if you look back, I can show you again. I'll put another picture of my hair short at the gray blending. And I don't know if I'll go back. I want to be a part of this changing the narrative with the gray hair. And I think when people think of gray hair, we do think of a woman that is a little bit older. I'm not a spring chicken. I will be 50 this year, but a little bit older than me. And I think we generally see like a short hairdo, maybe a perm, maybe a bob. And I just want to try it long because I think long hair is feminine on me. I'm not saying short hair isn't feminine. I like that look though. And so I want to try some of the looks that would be typically associated with, non-gray hair with my gray hair, in hopes to normalize that as another option. And then let's be honest. I mean, we can always cut our hair, but growing our hair is the hard part. So I want to try that. Okay, so anyways, I hope that answered some questions. I feel like sometimes I get on here and I just start babbling. But that is, my transition. And I didn't really have a lot of naysayers other than some of the faceless people on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or whatever that go out of their way to say something negative, but they don't matter. So yeah, it's been a positive thing for me. And I really do wish I would have done it a lot earlier. It's not easy though. Let me tell you that. You are putting yourself out there and you're being vulnerable to the masses. And if you have anybody who's negative, gosh, their voice seems very, very loud during this time. So I would encourage you to surround yourself with a positive network. To know if you really want to do it. I journal all the time about it, and not a lot. I just journal some positive things about my experience, and it really keeps me motivated. I don't do that anymore, but I used to do that during my transition. Oh, and I took pictures all the time. I always took a picture of my gray hair growth, and I would hold my hair out, take a picture, and so you can see it. That was so motivating to capture that, actually. So I would highly recommend that you do that. Okay, that's about all I have to share today. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel, and for all of you that are sitting here still watching it at the end of probably my longest video ever. I'm almost at 10 minutes. Again, I hold a real special place in my heart for you because I appreciate the support and sticking with me to the end of this. So thank you so much. Okay, we'll connect soon. Take care. Bye.